Right, so next video. This is slightly more advanced triggers, or triggers that I tend to use for objectives, intel, that sort of thing. So you can set up, one I use a lot is what they call like an alive trigger. So for example, I've got this guy here, he's a target. So he's going to be called target as his variable name. So our mission is to protect him. Obviously if we fail that mission he gets killed, mission is ended. So what you need to do, you can directly link it, for example. So you can put down just a generic trigger. So that's where you get these trigger here. Double click in the condition box, so it directly affects this trigger. Exclamation mark and type alive target. Exclamation is basically means the next statement isn't true, so he's dead. So then you press OK, and then basically when this guy dies it will activate the trigger. Now it's up to us what the trigger does. So in this scenario, for example, I want it to set off a smoke grenade, a red one. So yes, again always with the trigger first. Connect, sync to that one. So if I press play, nothing else is going on. Ignore the console. He's dead. Set off the red. Yeah, so obviously you can link that to like waypoints. Again, a bomb goes off, a QRF is activated, an alarm goes off, a QRF is activated, similar things. Flybys, you know, they walk into an area. A little bit more complex. Again, target. This set here, this is your intel. So you can find those by going to your systems and then looking in Intel itself. You can create a diary record as well. This basically just gives information like if there's coordinates you want to put in there or anything like that, and that's always accessible in-game the menu. If you just press the map menu rather, so press M and you'll find it right up in the top left. So for this I'll put down a trigger. I've set it to radio alpha because I want to physically have it standing by, ready to go, so I can set off all the relevant intel that I want to be activated. You don't need this, and it will be running in the background from mission start, but this is so that, you know, it just I have the option to turn it on myself. So you activate this trigger, then you put down the create task module, which is that one. Oop. Stuck to the trigger. So you put down Bluefall. Well, you know, you can put down multiple different things, but I do it to thing. Don't worry about task ID or parent task ID. Title, man is dead. You can put a description in, but that won't show up on the screen. That will show up in that map menu again. So okay. So basically this is the main thing. This is the task. This is what activates the task. This here, set task state, which is this one, is basically what you want it to be. So in this case, if our target dies, the state of the objective is failed. So press OK. This trigger is basically is the trigger of him being dead. So exclamation mark alive target. So what you would do is you would place this separately, place that separately, set this up, right click, connect sync to, and sync it to that. Then you would place your set task state, set it up how you want it, whether it's success, failed or cancelled. Right click, sync to, connect to the correct task. Then place this trigger down and then sync this trigger to this task state change. So let's do it again. So as I said, find out wherever your AI command is, like if you're in a squad with AI, so you activate that option. It's normally backspace, I think. Click reply, radio, alpha. Task created, man is dead. So I, you know, it's failed. He's dead. Literally as quick as that. You can change it to make it a little bit quicker, but slower rather. So on this trigger, you can change it to so this trigger, I usually have its countdown. I'll have it as say 10, as 5 seconds. I usually just change them all to 5 because it gets a bit fiddly. Also, this is where you can set up alarms as well. So you've got trigger effects, sounds, sci-fi, emergency broadcast. We'll do it as that. So same thing. So I activate my radio alpha trigger. It comes up twice because there's actually a second one linked to this, which yeah, don't worry about it. Man is dead. Yeah, so that gives it a time limit. Sometimes the effects don't work. It's just me probably, but the alarm sounds. So instead of doing that emergency broadcast, so sound, the alarm sounds that tend to work, or they tend to work. Right, so I'll delete that. This one is a console trigger. So you need to activate a console to upload something or set something off. Exactly the same, apart from radio trigger is going to stay there. Create task, again, man is dead, or rather I'll change it, upload data after death or something. Press OK. So state task, that'll be successful. Trigger condition. Basically the trigger is satisfied by a condition, and the condition is in my console. So double click on the console. So this add action, so this adds a scroll wheel action. Access terminal is what you read. Trigger condition, so the trigger is activated by this condition equals true, which means it's true. The variable, basically trigger condition, means that the I've activated this the variable, so I've selected it in my wheel icon. So we don't need him anymore. Turn to there, play. So yeah, you don't like I say, you can radio alpha, that sets that up there. Then access terminal, it should come up. There you go. Upload on death. You can, for example, like I say, you can do without the initial trigger sometimes, well, most of the time. So we'll do it again quickly. So it's just like, find Intel, upload Intel. My God, I found Intel. That sort of thing, and then you can look in your map menu if you've linked a diary task to it or something like that. But yeah, so that's some slightly more advanced stuff. You can set up triggers to activate triggers, and then that's just basically putting the variable name, like trigger, a variable name of a trigger in the on activation box, and effectively that'll activate that next trigger called whatever it is. But yeah, that's that one.